Ahoy mateys, it's me, Captain Jax, and today we are going to be playing an early access game called Era. I believe I have seen a Let's Play of this done before. I am not sure. I don't think it was a completed Act 1, but they have completed Act 1 in this act. This game demo. There we go. That's the words I was looking for. And we will be playing through Act 1 today. Now, this is just a game demo. The actual game has not been fully completed. If you want to play this for yourselves, I will leave a link down in the description. So, let's get playing. And this is beautiful, by the way. Just how the animations are and the art style. And if I talk quiet, it's just because everybody in the house is asleep. It is currently 2:18 in the morning. Okay, I should be reading. The year is 1932, and summer fades over the land surrounding pilgrimage as the launch day fast approaches. Anticipation fills the air, and the world's gaze is drawn to the tiny town as the final trains make their way into station.
You're listening to Pilgrimage News Radio, where the words are as true as they are fresh. I'm Cuddy Copper, and I'll be your host tonight. The town is abuzz.
Hello there. Have a little bit much to drink, have we? That's a really glowing radio.
Traversing the void of interstellar space in order to explore the mysteries of the lithic system. Don't forget to pick up your viewing tickets for the launch.
If it's 1930s, why are there spaceships exploring different systems in the galaxy?
Keep in mind that the world is watching, so please, let's all be on our best behavior and save the hooliganism.
I guess we'll find out. But I just can't get over how beautiful this and how smoothly it runs on my computer. And just, wow. I mean, look at that. That's just... Just, well, it looks like we'll just be me and you riding this rest of the line, pal. Let's see. I suppose so. I'm not sticking around here. You and me both, pal. I hear there might be some work up north. Just a rumor, though. Either way, types like you and me all be steering clear of pilgrimage about now. What's so wrong with pilgrimage? Well, we're not going to find any work there. That's for sure. Unless you plan on hauling it up to Mars. Intelico runs that town. Between the miners heading for Mars and that Holocene, it doesn't seem like the kind of place I'd like to get caught up. The last ride out to Mars leaves soon, so miners are crawling all over that town. I know work's scarce, but dang. To be desperate enough to sell your soul to Intelico and go mine in the red sand? Poor sons. Nobody will even notice them though. Everybody's got their eyes on the Holocene. All those rich folks heading into town for lunch day. Intelico will be sure to keep types like us out of the way. Fancy. It's all just profit for Intelico anyway. They don't care who has to suffer to make a buck. Okay. Pilgrimage, gateway to the stars. Gateway to nothing if you ask me. whole thing's a sham. Folks there is as poor as anywhere else. It's all a show. If you're living in that town, then Intelico good as owns you. I'm speaking my native tongue here. I know country speak. Nope, there's nothing for us here in Pilgrimage. That town is a dead end. Ding dong dong dong. That banjo music is slightly discerning. Discerning? Discerning? No, not discerning. Disconcerting? Disconcerting? It rattles me a little bit. Nice house out in the boondocks. I'd like to live in a house like that. Still miles from town, a tiny farmhouse sits alone amongst the fields. Ooh, did not read that. Oh, Ira, hi there. I didn't hear you come in. I'm just finishing up the car here. Did you need something? Is there anything I can do to help? Oh, thank you, Ira. Sure, I could always use an extra hand. I'm just trying to get the car back up and running before I run out of time here. So he must be going to Mars before I leave, I mean, I can't leave your mother here all winter with the car breaking down every couple of miles. That would be pretty bad, especially out in the boondocks. When are you leaving? Well, I guess it's almost exactly a week away now. Counting down the minutes, aren't you? The Holocene launch pushed up our date. They're trying to get all the miners out before the press show up. They don't want us hanging around and spoiling the big departure. A new star, a new day. A lot of fuss about something that's not going to do any good for anybody, if you ask me. Oh, I never asked you. I know you're interested in all that Holocene stuff, Ira. Sorry, I just don't really understand the point. Squeak. At least the car will be in good shape before I go. Could you bring me that wrench from above the wood bench? Yes, Daddy, I will. Okay, let's see, where is it? Where? He said wrench. Alright, so it's a point and click game. Goody goody. I totally reached down here. I didn't reach up here, but whatever. Here you go, Dad. Again, this animation is just beautiful. I mean, pristine. Just a few turns here. Alright, now I just need a fuel line to replace this one here. So I think there's one out in the barn. Could you run out and see if you can find it? Yes, I can. Let's go find a fuel line. The night air was crisp, a cool wind moving in from the north, catching up the last of summer's warmth. Now where's the barn? This way? No, that's the front gate. The barn would be back here. Can I swing? I want to swing. I want to swing. Can I swing? Yeah, I can't swing. Why is the barn all the way out here? Scary far. Alright, let us enter the barn. The darkness in the barn was thick, but moonbeams through the cracks give just enough light to illuminate a few boxes tucked in the corner. Something shifts in the upper loft, but is out of view and concealed by shadows. Hello, is anybody up there? Ira's voice is swallowed up by the darkness. There is no response. I'm gonna search these boxes that I cannot see. I scurry out as Ira feels around the boxes. He tosses aside old oil-soaked rags and his fingers quickly find the soft rubber hose. Ira tugs firmly, but it is lodged between some rusted bits of junk and won't come free. He pulls again, harder this time, but the hose is lodged tightly. With one final heave, the hose comes free but knocks the box to the ground and sends its contents bouncing into the darkness. Ira's fist tightly close around the hose. His hand flies upward with force, bumping an old radio concealed by the shadows on the wall, jolting it to life. Ira looks around the darkness of the barn and is overcome with a feeling of unwelcomeness. He hurries out the door, hose in hand. Can I go back in? Nope, I have the hose now. I don't want to go back in there, not in this darkness anyway. Alright, let's go help Daddy. Stop it, cats. You're not allowed in here when I'm recording. You know that. Cats. I wish I had a dog. With my cats, of course. I don't want to get rid of my cats. I love my cats. Here you go, Dad. I got the hose. Aha! This thing. What? Oh, the hose, right. Hang on a second. The threads are stripped again. Cheap IntelliCode trash. They make this garbage to last about a month. Biggest company in the world, so they think they can send us off to sweat and bleed on Mars for next to nothing. If it weren't for the Union... Wow, I just made it even more worse. Bad as things are now, before the Union we'd have a death every day. Still, most of us can barely afford to buy gear that isn't about to fall apart. Can you believe that? We're mine for them up on that forsaken planet, and we have to buy our own gear. It's a miracle we don't die up there, but still, a lot of us do. A lot of good men don't come back. There are too many widows in this town because of that company. This is gone, Hank. Are you upset because Mom's getting sicker? Well, I can't. It's fine, Ira. Everything is going to be fine. I just can't think about that, not right now. We're going to be alright. All of us. Why don't you head in? Your mother might need a hand with dinner. And I think they're doing a special about the Holocene tonight on TV. You don't want to miss that, right? Go on inside, Ira. I just need to spend some more time out here getting this back together. Okay, Dad. I'll see you inside. Probably won't. Ira, I love you, son. I love you too, Dad. I never had a dad. I have a dad. I never met him. Let us venture inside. This is a pretty nice house. Ira? Oh, I didn't know you were asleep. That's alright, Ira. Not quite sleeping, just tired. I was gonna watch that special on the Holocene with you, remember? Give me a few minutes. I need to wake myself up. Is everything okay? Of course, everything is fine, Ira. It's just been a hard week with your father getting ready to leave and all. It's nothing for you to worry about. Why don't you go and watch your special? You can tell us all about it at dinner. Oh, I never did start dinner cooking. Could you go and do that for me? All I have to do is put the pot on the stove. Everything is made. After you do that, you can go and get your father so we can all eat. Okay, I'll put on dinner and then go get Dad. That would be lovely. I'll see you out there, son. Soon. I love you. So both of the parents have said I love you before I leave them alone. This means I will never see them again. Most likely. And she's sick. She's dying from some sort of sickness. Maybe she went up to Mars or something. Or maybe Ira's dad came back with some sort of virus that infected her after being on Mars. Maybe. I don't know. We shall see. Let's play the piano. Play some Beethoven, some Bach. Or watch this show. Totally something I always wanted to do.
Good evening. You're watching the nightly news. Joining us tonight is Dr. Edmund Henderson, chairman of astrophysics. Even your favorite recipes all in one. And now, leading physicist and top-ranking researcher of the Holocene Project, Dr. Henderson, welcome to the show.
Alright. That's a pretty far away place for the TV to be from the chair. Oh well. Attic? There's nothing up there I need right now. It's usually locked anyway. Alright. It's pretty late at night. Oh well, I can't say anything. It's 2:30. Alright, we need to put the pot on the stove. Now that I've got supper cooking, I should go get Dad from the garage. I have a sneaky suspicion he will not be in there. According to this music, yes, he will not be in there. The TV has gone off and the fireplace is out. Mom is not in her room anymore. The door is open. Those pictures are askew. Alright. The sound of water floods. Oh, goodness. The sound of water floods the senses, washing away an old reality, leaving behind only the shell of Ira's former life. Memories ring out like echoes, fading in a slow procession of years gone by. The past decays and the future remains unseen, time pressing forward blindly, unaware of its mortal passengers. The flow of hours turning into decades carries Ira down its twisting streams. It carries his father to distant Martian mines. I'm assuming this is Mars. Tharsis Fields by Intellico. I don't know if it's pronounced Intellico or Intel. I'm going to keep saying Intellico because that sounds cool. It sweeps up his mother, his home, and his bearing. Oh, there's a grave there. I can't put my cursor over it, but That's sad. And it carries Ira to places he's never known. Ira finds what it feels like stability, washing ashore on the rigidness of a moment, lost and alone. But a voice rises from within. It draws him back into the house, like a sign of hope through the murkiness of this reality. Okay. So apparently, the story wants us to go inside. I can do that. I don't know what the purpose would... There are no more pictures. The call grows louder, guiding Ira through this tomb. Oops. I accidentally clicked it. The mattress is gone. Everything has a sheet over it. Into the attic we go. The inner voice is clear now. It draws Ira up the stairs, promising escape. A familiar feeling comes with the attic's stale air, but it is fleeting. That is a very out-of-tune radio. I've used an old radio like that before. It was fun. Interesting. A distant voice rises through the radio static. Its tone familiar, but the words too muffled to make out. The sound is barely audible, but Ira finds comfort in the noise beneath the static. Closing his eyes, Ira focuses on the voice. Words reveal themselves. How can we know where we have been? I've been nowhere. It is where we have all come from. That much is true. But knowing what has been is not knowing at all. This is going pretty deep. Do you know where you will be? Nothing is certain. No way is set. Your perspective is flawed, but you must know that. I guess. You wouldn't have come otherwise. You couldn't have come. Do you know where you are? Of course, you couldn't know, could you? Not in this way. Wake up. So, are we in a dream? Apparently so. Time machine? Spacecraft? Martians? I have no clue. But this is a really awesome game. Ira's mind slips through the years, escaping time, caught up in the void. But the mind reemerges, called back into the slow march of time. After years of suspension. So we were in cryogenic suspension, apparently. Ira's head throbs with pain. The room is familiar, but it is a distant memory. His mind is unable to recall why he knows a place or when he has been here. So there's another stasis pod, another one. Central terminal. Let's look in here. The other pods in the room remain sealed, but are powered down and lifeless. The weight of loneliness sits heavy over Ira. So this is like... It's not a movie, it was a TV show. It's still running where everybody woke up and... No. Never mind. I don't know what I'm talking about. To the central terminal. Computer, initializing power-up sequence. Oops. Errors. 2932 dead rules, okay? Attempting bypass of faulty systems. Method failed. Please, contact administrator. The elevator's power returns. A crack of a switch from above. Returns a crack of switch from above. The life emerging to the terminal's dusty speaker of voice emerges through the static. These rats again, destroying my ship wire by wire. Back, vermin! Flee from the sound of my voice. I just repaired this unit, you miserable rodents. Although this is the first time the rats have powered up any systems, that is fascinating. I am not a rat. Computer log, record event on arrival to the lithic system plus 1082. Rats have transitioned from wire chewing to attempts at utilizing ship systems. Motivation unknown. Hello? Yes, hello? Is there someone down there? Yes. You're not a rat at all. The ship's logs show that all the stasis pods gave out ages ago. Except mine, apparently. It is a miracle the crew is not dead. Well, everybody besides me, that is. Please excuse my informality. Allow me to introduce myself. This is your acting captain, assumed commander of the Holocene 2, the master of this vessel. Okay, you sound totally not like a captain, but whatever. It's good to have you in my service. It's good to have anyone in my service, actually. I know we're already on a ship. How can I get out of here? Slow down now. Attempt to remain calm, crewman. You're perfectly safe. There's no need to panic. You may be experiencing side effects from stasis. Are you feeling ill? How could you describe your current condition? I'm fine. I like your spirit, crewman. You have been in stasis longer than the recommended duration, so there may be some possible symptoms. Please feel free to report any feelings of nausea, increased heart rate, hallucinations, or the sensation of death. Oh yes, I will definitely be reporting that whenever I feel the sensation of death. Given our situation, I am clearing you for duty. Congratulations. You'll have some catching up to do, especially after the incident, but I'm sure you'll rise to the occasion. Incident? What incident? Yes, what incident? I've just lost all total accent here. Ah, yes, day 1 of arrival to the lithic system. The ship's automated systems were compromised. The system is flooded with electromagnetic interference, which wreaked havoc in the electrical grid. By the time I assumed the role of captain, the stasis chambers had succumbed to the surge. But the ship was saved. I took control of navigation manually, just in time, too. Our mission shall continue, though we may be delayed by the inconvenient mass loss of life among the crew. Are you an AI, or some sort of droid? That's probably what it is. But you're here now. You're undoubtedly in a state of great confusion. Allow me to reacquaint you with the Holocene 2. As you can see, stasis pods will not be in short supply. Of course. That is a lot of dead people. I see dead people. Though their occupants will need removal. I can't imagine that would be a pleasant task. At least we'll be making good use of the airlock. Are we gonna jettison them? Because that is just so humane. Welcome to the greenhouse level, where your stress will melt away as you watch the fruits of your labor grow and propagate. I didn't do any of this, so it's not my labor. So, speaking of which, you've been promoted to head botanist. What with the recent loss of the entire biology department? Congratulations! I know nothing about botany. Don't be intimidated by the state of the place. I trust that you'll be able to get things in good order in no time. I would suggest making it a priority, though. Most of the food stores were vented into space 4 weeks ago. Well, I mean, that just proves he's an AI. I mean, why would he jettison all the food if he wasn't? Are you saying that everyone on the ship is dead? Yes! He's overly enthusiastic about this, too. Moving along. Please, let's. I do not know how long this game is, but I'm going to play it to the end of Act 1. Just because I want to. And this is really fun. I like this a lot. I already said that a bunch of times. This is a research vessel. After all, we're in the science lab. I forgot to read that. I'm sorry. State-of-the-art equipment should make light work of uncovering the many secrets of the lithic system. I can't seem to locate your scientific background in your file. But no matter. Take some time to familiarize yourself with the lab, make yourself comfortable, and you should be ready to assume the position of head researcher. Again, congratulations, though I really must insist that you don't touch the particle accelerator before reading the manual. Yes, I would not want to create a black hole. Or any mutations causing me to become the Flash. Even then, please, do not touch the particle accelerator. Why are you showing this to me? Don't worry about taking it all in at once. I have several volumes of systems manuals somewhere. You'll get there eventually. Thanks. Jettison the food, not the manuals. Smart. To the next level. My pride and joy. The heart of my ship, the engine's core. At my disposal here is the power to bridge the stars, to travel vast distances at great speed, to conquer the expanses. The power would corrupt the mind of a lesser captain, but I assure you, you are in good hands. Because the law of robotics. Just look at it, take in its awesomeness. I'm throwing in words. This is actually several pay grades above your clearance level. Why am I allowing you to see this? As your captain, I order you to erase your memories of this place. Alright. Of course. Our journey is nearing its end. You're about to enter the upper deck of the Holocene 2. Hi, Cap. How you doing? This is the 182nd day in orbit of Hermes on the outer rim of the lithic system. This is our designated rendezvous point with the crew of the Holocene. Protocol indicates we await docking instructions from the crew on the surface, which has yet to arrive. So we've been circling this for more than 5 years. More than 5? No. More than 3. I'm bad at maths. I know what you are. You are an entity of artificial intelligence. Am I the only one alive on this stupid ship? Well, in a matter of speaking, yes. I am not per se alive, but I am still your captain. I expected to be treated as such. What I am is the Z-120 automated control system for the Holocene 2. Yeah, you're not a captain. You're not even a person. Those are very harsh words for someone who has been napping for 182 days. I kid. I may be a computer, that much is true. But I am fully capable of fulfilling my duties, despite my limited physical form. Besides, crewman, with you here, the manifest has doubled. Now our mission is sure to succeed. Yes, but you're technically immortal, so... Well, unless I erase your hard drive and memory. But you can not, like, die. I can die. I deteriorate. I get old. I get hungry. You jettisoned all the food. Alright, whatever. Let's look at the bridge interface. I realize you're curious, but please, try not to break anything. Let's break some stuff. Loading console systems. Communications. All static. In the static, a sound emerges. A sound that was still ringing in the back of his mind flows through Ira's body. That interface has been flooding all of the standard radio channels since we arrived. It has made maintaining ship's controls something of a challenge. The worst part has been maintaining a stable orbit. Our sensors required radial adjustments to make any sense of navigation readouts. It also may be what killed everyone. I heard the sound in a dream right before I arrived. Quite impossible. Dreaming cannot occur in stasis. Well, I did it. Dreams occur over time. Stasis functions because of principles of subnuclear frequencies. Surely you can see the ridiculousness of the notion? The signal is localized to the lithic system, and you only just woke from stasis. You cannot feasibly recognize this sound. Perhaps you're not hearing the signal clearly. Allow me to amplify the receiver. Okay. Should not have done that. The interface has caused another power surge. Life support has gone critical. You need to evacuate. Yes, please. I would love to get out of here. The lander craft are through the breach. Okay. There is one lander reading as functional. Don't waste time. Atmosphere could vent at any moment. Yes, please. Let's run. I'm accessing the door's controls. Almost there. Let me in faster, please. There. The door is open. Run! At least the law of robotics is working in my favor. At least he isn't trying to kill me. Which is good. If you don't know what the laws of robotics is, they cannot harm a human, and etc. Just watch I Am Robot, or iRobot, or something with Will Smith in it that has robots. I think it was Will Smith. I'm not sure. We are descending too fast. Brace for impact. I'm sorry I'm rambling on over the text. Cough, 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 cough. Ooh, what is that? That's a radio broadcaster. And that is the end of Act 1. So, there is some form of life here that has a signal broadcasting station. But, wow, this game is fantastic. I love it. I cannot wait until they develop more of this. And if you want to support them, please go to their Kickstarter and support them. And like I said in the beginning of this video, if you want to play this game for yourself, I will have a link down in the description. So yeah, that is all the time we have for today, guys. This has been Captain Jack Sparrow, and I will see you in the next video.